get this thing going. You did. You did. Peace, peace. Yeah, what's good? What's good, little brother? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, we gonna get this thing going here, family. Dive into some stuff. Dive into some information that that I haven't really dove in on in quite some time. You dig? So y'all join this thing, share it up, like it up. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it go. And we're gonna get this thing going here. We're gonna get this thing going here, family. Definitely gonna get it going. Yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. Ash, what's up, mama? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Yes indeed, yes indeed. Now let me share this thing up real quick so we can dive in here, family, and get it going. Yes indeed. Alright, let me share this thing up a little bit, and then we're gonna talk. Alright, let me make sure I got everything lined up. And it's on and popping. Peace, 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 family. Oh yeah, man, that's love right there, man. Go ahead on, send that Ash. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're gonna dive into something real quick, family. Yeah, because I'm definitely thinking about get me a couple sips of something. You know, yeah. Let me see if somebody can put that in there for me, man. Will Copprue, $ Will Copprue, one. Yeah, $ Will Copprue one. Somebody put that in the comments for me, family, if y'all don't mind. $ Will Copprue one. $ Will Copprue one. Yes indeed, yes indeed. I'm gonna hit the shell button a couple more times and it's on, family. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me pick on these things to put in real quick. Alright. Drake, what's good, mama? What's happening? Divine Bliss, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Can you spell it? Yeah. I'm about to put it up in there. I'm gonna put it up in there. Yeah, I'm about to put it in there right now. All right. Let me see what you on Facebook. Let me see what you on Facebook. Yeah. All right, let me make sure we good, family. And it's on and popping. It's on and popping. Let me make sure this thing on there. What's going on? What's going on? I'm good. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? For some reason, I can't get to it on YouTube. I don't know what's going on with that. But it don't matter as long as y'all can see it. Okay, here it is right here. Here it is right here. I just want to make sure I can get to it. All right. So how we doing? How we doing, family? Listen, before I dive into this thing, man, I want to explain something here. Let me back this up a little bit. I want to explain something, man. So these years on this particular walk, all right, about 7-8 years ago. Make sure I'm good. All right. I appreciate that, Ash. Appreciate that. About 7-8 years ago, I did a video, man, talking about revealing some things, some symbolism that was around, and since then, of course, I've went to another place within my being, right? And I thought about revisiting that. Why? Because I had some things pop up, some things come through, and when I say come through, let me explain this. Family. For a long time, I thought that this thing was about spirit, soul, and everything else for a long time. All right, so I taught that. I believed that wholeheartedly. I used to give breakdowns on what the difference was between the spirit and the soul. But let me give you this understanding here. The more you let go of this thing, okay, the more you let go of what this thing is, all right, certain things will start to reveal itself. So what am I saying? All right. 90% of what we talk about in this quote unquote spiritual community, we only say it and we use these words based on, yeah, I'm on YouTube as well. Yes. Again, appreciate that, Ashley. Like I said, 90% of these things that we talk about is based on people that came before us also based on religion. You understand? Certain religious terms, certain religious phrases that we use. Okay. Um, so I'm saying that to say this. The more and more I look at this world for somewhat what it is, okay, things start to occur, things start to change. Okay, you come into these realizations of of things that you thought were prominent on this walk, okay, which is spirit, which is soul. All right. So and a few other things, spirit world, all these terms and phrases that we have become accustomed to using, right? So as you go on this walk, okay, and the more you dive into not the aspect of love that we're given here, you understand, but the deeper, more what some of these cats say, chaotic love, okay, uh things start to change. You become a different entity at that point, okay. You start to get into uh multiple realizations, okay. So I'm giving an example. So for a while, I started to question, like, well, the more and more I sat within myself and the more and more things were revealed, and I started to ask myself these questions. Well, what the fuck is a spirit? Like, who told me that? Who told me a soul? Who told me dimensions? Where do I get all this stuff from? Okay, and then you come to the realization that ultimately this is not even yours. Okay, ultimately none of the knowledge is yours anyway, but I'm talking about as far as you bringing something to the people, right? So I say that to say this. The more you let go of what we call spirituality, okay, or being spiritual, the more you let that go, the more these revelations will happen within yourself, and you will start to surpass things that you thought you knew, and you may even go into a certain state of, I'm not going to say depression, okay, but I'll just use that word, for this particular conversation between y'all and myself, right? Because it'll catch you off guard. All right, it'll put you in a place to where it's like, what do I believe? Okay, well, if there is no spirit, there is no soul, then what is it? Okay, all right, and at that point, all right, if you still hold, all right, and don't break, because this stuff can break you. You understand? And when I mean break you, I'm talking about it'll send you into, it might put you on a funny form or something. Okay, but if you stand, how the 5% say, if you stand on your square, then multiple things will be revealed right in front of you, to where everything you thought you knew will be removed, and love will appear, but not the love that you are accustomed to. Okay, and so when I'm talking about love, I'm talking about especially if you are one who speak to people, if you are one who share information with people, whether you are a speaker, whether you are someone who have, just a few people who you communicate with, so forth and so on. All right, you're going to become different, and you might even run some of those people off, because they're going to look at you as someone who is as someone who is being contradictory. Okay, you understand? Because you're not saying the same stuff you once said. You certain phrases we thought will always stand true. Okay, and for years I thought spirit and soul are those things that will always stand true. All right. Okay. So so I'm saying all that to get into the only reason why I'm able to even put out information the way I do, or put this quote unquote level. Okay, I don't like to use that word, but because that implies, in the human sense, that I'm above someone, which that's not the fucking case. We don't do that. You understand? We are one entity at the end of the day. All right. But again, for this conversation that we're having, all right, it will put you in a place to where you'll start to see so many things, okay, unfold in ways that it bothers you in a sense, okay, and you have to defeat your own self at that point. You start to see things and understand the world for what it really is, okay, all right, or at least pieces of what it really is, okay. You get to the point to where you become the ego, okay, the ego that sits on the mountaintop, okay, all right, sit high and look low, all right. This whole thing of the return of the gods, all right, it's not what we thought it was, okay, as far as my knowing, all right. I thought I was going to be flying and doing this and doing that. I thought, I was going to be able to wow, whoever watching, stick my hand through the motherfucking cameras, through your phone, and they got a hand coming through your goddamn phone. You understand? But now that stuff may still happen. Okay, all right. But I'm just saying, is that stuff is cute, but this is not about that. Okay, the self oneness or the nothingness is the only place or the only thing that is real. Okay, this thing is not about let me work my magic, let me do this, or let me conjure up this, or again, that's cute. Is oh, that was, oh wow, that's nah, this is not about that. Okay, all right, understand, Master Splinter, okay, all right, or not even Master Splinter, I'm gonna take you to the X-Men, all right. You got Wolverine, who can't die. The motherfucker got knives come out his hand. He sliced niggas up. You got Storm, who float in the air and make lightning come down. You understand? Okay, you got who else? One of the motherfuckers you got? What's her name? Jean Grey. Powerful. Powerful. You crazy, Audrey. So powerful in the mind, able to do this, able to do that. You understand? Okay, all of the stuff that we say, oh man, that's power. Okay, but the motherfucker who run the show, Xavier, right? Professor X. All right, the nigga's chilling. He relaxed. You understand? Wolverine. Oh, that's cute. Okay. You can slice. Okay, all of y'all. Oh, that's cute. Y'all can turn into a brick nigga. You understand? And punch a wall down. Oh, that's cute. But who run the show? Okay. Who run the show from a wheelchair at that? See, you would think that the mightiest mother. See, we're trained here. Okay, let me give you this. We're trained here. Okay, to see big as better, to see strong as better. That's what we're trained to see, right? I think Drake put up a post. I saw Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was the mathematician, the motherfucking whiz kid. All right. You know, although a lot of his information was human, you understand? But at the same time, he's one of the most brilliant motherfuckers around, and he's bound to a wheelchair. I think he have whatever that disease is, to where you can't move and you got to talk through a computer and all of that type of stuff. But the most brilliant motherfucker moving, you understand? Well, not anymore, but I'm just saying. Okay, so we can't look at big or strong as being better. Okay, you understand? So I'm comparing that to what people see here. Okay, all right. I go out to these events. You understand? I go out to these events. I go out to you know, somebody may call me, Will, man, they got the Juneteenth fest going down, man. You want to pull up? All right, man, you know, I roll with you. You know, we pull up at these events. We pull up to the Malcolm X Fest out here in Atlanta. You know, a lot of stuff go down out here. I'll pull up to these things, and people automatically assume, based on us in our religious state of being, that someone with 1,000 crystals around their neck, okay, all right, the whole 10-pound head wrap on, and all of the big dashiki with all of the colors, that we automatically assume that's power. We automatically assume, oh shit, they on it. That's the motherfucker who know this and who know that. You know, we automatically assume that means something based on our ignorance. So when we come into this on this path, we look at people with a huge following. We look at people, you understand, who have a certain amount of money on this journey and this and that. We automatically see those people as greater or better. But the whole time, the most powerful motherfuckers is the niggas you don't see. Okay, all right. And when you get a word from them motherfuckers, okay, all right, it's 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, you won't understand it until probably 6 months or a year later. You won't even get it. Okay. Whereas one of these, you know, super crystal land motherfuckers, you understand? Okay, they might give you something, you'll catch it right there. Okay, matter of fact, it'll put you in the place to where you feel like you catching a spirit. Oh Lord, he dropped that shit on me. Oh, you heard what she said? Oh, that was powerful. No. The majority of the time when I put out information, it pisses people off. Why? Because it makes you go sit the fuck down and actually do something. I'm not here to please you. I'm not here to make you feel good. Okay? I'm here to give you a message. And if you receive that message, you will become something different. And that's a fact. It is what it is. Okay, so that's the difference between myself or people like myself, okay, and the bigger, the badder, the stronger, the more of this or the more of that. It's a difference. Okay, all right. So I want to make that clear before I even get into this quote unquote presentation. that I had a war with myself that I didn't even want to do. Okay, all right, because most of y'all know I've been trying to stop doing this shit for years, but it's not my choice to not do something. That's some human shit. You understand? Because if I don't do this, ain't no need for me to be here. So now, with that being said, let's dive on in. Tans, what's up, mama? Chaos, what's happening, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Everybody jumping on in this thing, man. You dig? Brother Aaron, what's good? What's good? You know, and let me say this too, family, because this came to my doorstep about probably the last week or so. All right, I want you to understand this. There are people out here right now that are going through shifts within themselves and they don't understand it. Okay, AL, what's up, man? There are shifts going on within these particular people and they don't understand it. Okay, some of them are actually scared. Okay, all right. They don't look at their children the same anymore. They don't look at their families the same anymore. Okay, they don't look at the world. They don't look at their jobs and things of this nature. So they feel like they're falling apart. Okay, so let me give you this. Let me give you this real quick, so you can understand what's going on here, family. Where we at with it? Let me give you this. I will speak of love until you go mad and join me in my mad worship of love. I'm going to say this again. I will speak of love until you go mad and join me in my mad worship of love. What am I saying here? What am I saying here? I'm saying the reason why all of these things are leaving you at this point, the reason why many of these things are becoming different, okay? The reason why things are shifting, the reason why, you don't see mama as mama no more, you don't see daddy as daddy no more, things are just becoming weird, okay? Well, you must understand something. When we came into this thing, we became engulfed in pure ignorance, okay, to the point where if luck was a real thing, you should be lucky to wake up from that bullshit, okay, which luck is not nothing real at fucking all, okay, all right. So you come into this point, okay, it's love trying to show itself again. You must understand, love, okay, all right, is trying to show itself again. All right, you must understand that. All right, you also must understand what you were taught that love is false. Okay, between two people, that's not love, man. Okay, I don't know how many videos I need to say that. Okay, but you will have to experience it. You will have to experience it to see what it truly is. Until then, I'm just uttering words. Until you experience that love or that nine or higher levels of this particular being, okay, all right, you will see what it is. All right, I understand, Ash. I mean, I would look at it. I would look at it that way as well, But again, until you experience it, and to your comment, you haven't yet experienced what I'm talking about. Now, it could be a play on words like a motherfucker, okay? But I only use the word love because that's what people are accustomed to using. Okay, and that's what I was told to use because that's what, people are accustomed to hearing. Okay, all right, and that's why I also break down the word love into the number 9. Spiritually speaking, or numerically speaking, the number 9, okay, represent the completed one. Okay, all right. When you get to 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, meaning new beginning. You are becoming something different. So when you add up the word love, okay, it equals number 9. All right. So again, what religion taught love was, which is 99% of what we think love is, that is false information completely. We don't have love for children. We don't have love for anything, because we don't know what it is. Okay, we don't know what it is. People that die, most people that die experience, well, no, all people that die experience love for the first time. So let that sink in. Okay, all right, and you can experience this. All right, all of you, us, can experience this. This is something different, man. Okay, this is something different. All right, and again, I can say this till the wheels fall off, but until you experience it or have these things happen to where it disconnect you from everything, like I don't even have no words for it totally. All right, brother Dave Roberts, how you doing? Hey, happy birthday too, for me. Okay, then it'll be something else. All right, but like I say, it's semantics. It's a play on words. We just use the word love because that's what we use for everybody else to understand. There's no difference than somebody saying God. Okay, ultimately nobody is fucking God. Okay, all right, that is a low vibratory term. You understand? Okay, that was put in place by a low vibratory story of this so-called God. Okay, all right. Like my little bro told me, if we call ourselves anything, we are the primordials. All right. Or you get past that, you get to the nothingness, and at that point, we have no more words. You understand? Okay. All right. So now let's dive into this thing, family. And like I say, when you start experiencing this stuff, shit moves differently. All right. Things become different. Let's dive in. Ella, what's up, now? How you doing? So let's get into this thing. Now, like I said, about 8 years ago, I did a lecture, and I went into symbolism and things, and I said, man, I haven't revisited that in a very long time, in this particular state that I'm in currently. All right. So let's get into it, family. Let's get into it. All right. So we know what this is. Okay. Everybody have seen this before. We know this is the Lexus symbol, right? Okay. All right. And this is me catching people up. All right. I dropped some of this about 8 years ago. All right. And it was, a lot of people haven't seen it then. You understand? But let's jump into this. Okay. Now, everything around us, family, okay, everything around us is symbolically connected to yourself. Okay, I don't care what it is. Okay, I don't care what it is. It is connected to yourself. All right, I don't care if it's the stoplight, it's the stop sign. Okay, all of it has an esoteric meaning. You understand? And it's all connected to you. All right. There's nothing here that is not created or quote unquote manifested. Mostly honest, I hate that fucking word, based on the religion that it is today. All right, but let's keep going. So everything around you, okay, is somewhat connected to you based on you are the primordial source of all knowledge and teachings in existence. You. Okay? All right? Like I said before, all right, we have light bulbs based on the head and the pineal gland. That's the light. Okay. All right. We have highways. We have the highway system, the bridge system, based on the veins that run through this so-called physical body. All right. You understand? Okay. All right. We have trees based on, okay, the physical makeup of your being. Everything here is a manifestation of yourself spiritually and physically. Okay, I don't care what it is. Even a fucking gun. Okay, all right? Because I know women, okay, that can slaughter a man with her fucking mouth more than a nigga can do it with a gun. All right, especially coming up in New Orleans. I'm talking about vicious. Will have a nigga broke, like, what, damn, you had to talk to me like that? Break your fucking ass down like a nigga just hit you with a fucking Draco, what they call them motherfuckers. You understand? So everything comes from yourself. All right? All right, so we're gonna dive into this thing. And understand this. The so-called white boy, okay, or the 1%. I'm gonna say the 1%. Okay, understand everything that I'm telling you, because he know that this place is not what you think. Okay, he know that. All right, just like this so-called Lexus symbol. Okay, all right, that wasn't put together by him. That's what I said 8 years ago when I did this. I said it was put together by him, but knowing what I know now, it was put together by us. All right, and I'm gonna show you how. So the Lexus symbol is simply the pyramid with the sun behind it. That's all it has ever been. Okay, that's all it has ever been. All right, let me go back. Okay, the circle around the so-called L, and it's not an L, family. That's one side of the pyramid. Okay, that's one side of the pyramid. Okay, and when the light hit it, all right, it gives the illusion of one side of the pyramid when the sun hit it during sunset. Okay, you understand? All right, if you're looking at this, look at the left side of this pyramid, okay, and the sun behind it. Okay, all right, I'm just trying to give you everything around you comes from you, therefore it is yours. All right. All right. But you have to reject your ignorance in order to receive your glory. Amen. Okay. You have to reject your ignorance in order to receive your glory. All right. And that glory, once again, is love unconditionally that most people only witness when they die. Okay, let's move on. All right, oldie but goodie, the Lincoln. All right, the Lincoln. Okay, so what do we have here? All right, as soon as I saw this 8 years ago, I was like, well, damn, this looked like a sarcophagus. And then, you know, at that time I was dealing with the energy heavy. I was like, well, damn, that shit look like a casket with a nigga in it. Okay, well, you must understand. Okay, that's a cross in the inside of this. You understand? And if you understand the science of the cross, okay, you know the cross is the arms sticking out, which you should know already. Hopefully you do. It's the arms sticking out. You understand? Feet together, standing up, and you have the cross. But the cross is inside the sarcophagus. And what does that represent? What does, in Kemetic science, what do the death process represent? It represents you becoming bliss again. Okay? This is bliss. This is not a penis and all of those bullshit that we try to make everything so goddamn physical and all that shit. Oh, not the black man, and the black woman. Man, fuck all that shit. We're taking it to another level. Okay, the origins of this. Okay, all right. Those teachings still holds true now. Okay, but that's the lesser of that information. Just like 1 + 1 is 2, you learn that in what, the 2nd grade? Okay, all right. That's not bad information, but understand, at some point your ass gonna take algebra. Okay, at some point your ass gonna take algebra. Okay, but that 1 + 1 was needed in order for you to get the algebra, right? Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Okay, all right. So now people want to say these are the ovaries, and this is the yoni, and this is the phallus, and all of that. Okay, cool. But on another level, this is you going back to your supreme self. Okay, in the sarcophagus. Okay, all right. Now, on one level, now let me take you here. On one level, now on one level, let me give you this. What's around that? Check this out. Is the physical body. Bingo. What's inside of that is you. Brother Daniel, how you doing? How you doing, family? What's inside of the sarcophagus? Okay, it is you. Here we go. You are the cross inside of the sarcophagus. You understand? Okay, the sarcophagus is the body. All right, the true you is living inside, ready to go through the metamorphosis, the change, the awakening. You understand? All right. So you need to know you should never look at these vehicles the same. All right, because all of this is you. Okay, all right. This realm is not what you think it is. This is not an earth and all the shit that you were taught in school. This is not that place. Okay, you understand? Let's keep moving. Here we go. Now, because I got your attention, okay, because I got your attention right now, somebody tell me what you see. Somebody tell me what you see. Somebody tell me in the comments what you see. Okay, all right, because what's going on now is, all right, I'm teaching to the energy inside, and I'm not teaching to the so-called person who's watching this. Okay, you understand? Exactly, Brother Daniel. So somebody tell me what they see here, man. Okay, all right, somebody tell me what they see here. That's good. All right, somebody tell me what they see here. All right, chaos. All right, I see you. Let's dive in and see. This is the thing, right? Okay, I want to give you this particular understanding. Real quick, family. All right, because this is being shown to you. All right, because this is being shown to you, you are now able to see this thing differently. Okay, all right. Before, if you would have saw this just behind a car, behind a Mazda, okay, all right, in traffic one day, all right, you wouldn't have saw this. But because I have brought this to your attention, or we won. Okay, so I have brought this to you. You have brought this to your attention. Now, okay, you're being reminded. Okay, that's how you can even come up with an answer. Okay, all right. You can come up with something based on you're able to see this thing differently because you are opening up now. You see how easy that is? Okay, you see how easy that is, family? All right. Okay, when you get a certain level of information, you can see it now, whereas before you couldn't. Okay, and I didn't even show you nothing yet, and everybody is coming up with their own science on what they feeling and this, that, and that. Okay, you understand? All right, but look at it. Okay, this is a beak. All right, we see this is a beak. All right, this is a beak. This is the nose of what? This is the nose and the sun. Okay, this is the nose of a beak going in the sun. Okay, which is Horus. Going up to on another level is Ra. Okay, all right. We never left Egypt, family. So everybody who said something, all of y'all are right. You understand? Okay, all of y'all are right based on you are thinking outside of what you have been taught. Okay, all right. All right, so that's what you're looking at. A beak going into the sun. Ra. Bow. Okay. Let's keep kicking here. Let's keep kicking. We're going to dive into some stuff here, family. We're going to dive into some stuff. Okay. All right. And I appreciate the participation with all you negras. Okay. I love you negras, man. Okay. But I love me more, as you should. Right. Okay. So we know what this little nigga is. This little nigga freaked us out. Okay. I know he freaked me the fuck out. That little short motherfucker. Okay, all right, until I started tapping into some shit and everything kind of calmed down a little bit. But that little motherfucker still freaked me out, ugly face ass. But now I want you to check him out though. Check out his attire. Here we go. Check out his attire. Okay, he got the hat on, he got the shoes, right? He got the little pants on, he even got the little jacket on with the tails on the back. Okay, all right. He's a little debonair gentleman, right? Okay, check him out. But the crazy part about it is, why is he dressed this way? Let's dive in. Why is he dressed this way? Let's check out the attire of a pirate, family. Let's check out the attire of a pirate. Let's check out the attire of a pirate. Let's look at it. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, swashbuckler. All right, look at the shoes, family. Look at the shoes. Okay, all right, Daniel. Look at the shoes now. Look at the attire. Check it out now. Understand, why do it look so similar? Of course, right? Of course. We should know this. We should know. But unfortunately, this is not what's being taught. This is not what's being taught. You even see the sword. This is one of the statues in Europe of what many people call the blackamoor. Okay, you understand? He got the sword and everything. All right, the pirate got the sword. Okay, all right. And look at the clothes. Look at the clothes. All right, y'all ever notice how smooth Leprechaun was? That nigga was clean. How my mom used to say, that nigga was clean as the board of hell. You understand? Clean as a motherfucker. Okay, all right. He even looked pimpish. You know, pimping. You know. All right. So we know where this shit come from. Okay. All right. Check out the attire. Okay, and these are old paintings coming out of Spain. You understand? Okay, now check this out. This fucked me up right here. This fucked me all the way up. Okay, all right, because I was just getting up one morning. And saw this. Okay, now mind you, the way I put out information now, okay, the energy, can tell me something, can drop something on me. A lot of times I don't believe it no more. Okay, I'm done with that. Okay, they have to show me, and then I have to find it somewhere, or it's gonna pop up on me somewhere. Okay, you understand? So one morning I'm getting up, moving around a little bit, and then boom, I see this brother in this look like a office, a library, and I'm like, what is he writing? Hold on, let me open this up so y'all could y'all can see, y'all can see the brother. Okay, so And I'm looking and I see him writing, okay, with a bold pen, okay. All right, he was dipping it, you understand? So he writing. I'm like, what is that? Then I hear somebody say the Declaration of Independence. I said, nah, I don't believe that shit. I said, nah. I know that white boy wrote that. I know that white boy wrote the Declaration of Independence. I know that white boy wrote that. And they said, okay. So they showed me a black man, all right, with the white wig, which we all see in all these movies. There's always a white man with a white wig, right? So I'm seeing this black man write this stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay. Now, sidebar. We gonna jump back to the Moorish thing. Sidebar. So, and I said this in 2016, but now it hits different. At one time, there were, and let me say this first. I don't necessarily believe in the history no more, okay? That's taught by other elders and all of this and all of that, because I know many of them was not tapping in, okay? All right, there were bookies, okay? They would get a book, read it, and that became history. You understand? All right. And many of them saw what's real when they transitioned. Okay, so a lot of history that we have been given, you understand, is not real. Okay, all right. This is the proof when it comes to this. All right, you got thousands upon thousands of Moorish brothers, right? Okay, and every Moorish brother have the information. All right, all of them have the correct information. All right, and then they try to go use the shit, and then they end up in jail, or they end up doing this, or they end up fucked up at some point. Not all of them, but many of them. Okay, all right. So what I'm saying is, a lot of this information is not for you to hold on to. Okay, all right. I had to learn that because I thought that shit was solid for years. You understand? But I'm at a place now to where it's so much shit that was made up. Okay, all right. Matter of fact, all the white people in history never existed. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Lincoln, Shakespeare. I mean, the list goes on. They never fucking existed, bro. Okay, for years I used to say when I was on my tapping in and I wanted people to come through and talk to a nigga shit. Okay, I always would say I want to talk to Lincoln. I want to talk to this one. I want to talk to that one. And for years, the only motherfucker would show up is myself. Okay, all right, but it was a part of me because I was so trained to believe, okay, for years that the white boy had a say so in this. He never fucking existed. Okay, all right, all of these stories and all of these stories about this and all of these ancient stories about that, how Rome was this and ancient Peru and all of these type of, it was no white people, bro. Okay, all right, and if it was, okay, it was only a few, but they never ran the show at all. Never. Okay, all right. So this is what these brothers did. So I said all that to give you this, to come back to this. What these brothers did, okay, these are the motherfuckers that gave you Shakespeare and gave you history. All right, these brothers is the reason why, okay, and not just so-called Moors, because we call them Moors today, but I'm more than sure they didn't call themselves that then. You understand? But these are the motherfuckers that wrote in certain English. These are the motherfuckers that created the English language. These are the motherfuckers that put all this shit together. Okay, all right, that claim to be a white man. Understand. Okay, understand, when you look up the word white, it don't say people. I told you this a long time ago. When you look up the word whites, it don't say people. Okay, all right. When you start looking up the etymology of that word, there's a certain prestige that come with that, and the so-called Moor at that time was considered a white boy. We talked about that. Okay, all right. So this is a white man you're looking at right here. All right, but I did not know, family. I did not know that we wore the wigs and every motherfucking thing until this picture that I was given 5 days ago, and it fucked me up. Okay, and let me tell you how a lot of this stuff came into being. Okay, all right. So I'm in a so-called dream, which I understand that this is not dreams no more that we're having. You understand? All right, these are not dreams no more. Man, that's another. Hey, we'll talk about that one day. But so I'm sitting down and I realize I see Panic, and if you saw Panic physically, Panic wasn't tall. Panic was a little short nigga. And so I'm talking to Panic, and that nigga he said, nigga, everything is symbolism. Everything. Okay, all right. Shit beyond what I thought. Everything. So now, I was like, yeah, bro, you right. And when I walked off from him, okay, I told my little bro Isaiah this. When I walked off from him, I started singing, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine." He said, exactly. That's ancient knowledge that we put in the church purposely. I don't think you caught that. For my people who was born in the early 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and so forth and so on, okay, who come up in that church, you remember this song, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." That's what we're doing now, family. Okay, so that old gospel hymnal, okay, all right, was actually talking about us. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is fall. We start singing in this so-called dream. I said, London Bridge is falling down. He said, yeah, London Bridge is falling down. I said, well, damn. So now I wake up. Okay. So when I wake up, I'm like, London Bridge. He said, and then I still hear something talking. Understand, all right? We're not talking about Panic, the dude that was walking around. We're talking about an energy here. Okay, all right? A nothingness in a sense. Okay, we play on words again. So London Bridge is falling. Okay, all right. It's us, it's mythology. Okay, all right. That was given to children. Check this out. It was given to children, all right, when we knew things weren't going to be what they are. So we gave the so-called nursery rhyme, okay, to children so they can start singing it and using it. All right. That's the reason why them kids sing that. Okay, roll, roll, roll your boat. Okay, because it's something I did not know. You understand? All right. This was our divine selves giving them a message because we knew they were going to sing it. Okay, and it became popular all over the world. Children all over. Okay, all right. London Bridge is falling down. It's the fall of man. Okay, also it's what's happening today. All right, because London Bridge is falling. Okay, which is the so-called 1% empire. All right, the ignorance of you is falling. Okay, again, I just proved to you the reason, the how it's falling. Okay, because most of you on here had some kind of idea of what this was. Okay, all right. That's the proof that something is happening inside of you. Okay, without you even realizing it. This is the proof. For you to even see that like that, for you to even examine, somebody said a book, somebody said this, somebody said that. Okay, for you to even examine it and see it like that, okay, that is the ignorant self falling. That's something else rising. You understand? All right. So I'm giving you proof of what this thing really is. London Bridge is falling. It's falling. Okay. All right. It fell first and then now it's rising back up. Okay. You understand? All right. So start looking up all of those nursery rhymes because I guarantee you wrote it, motherfucker. You wrote it. Okay. All right. But yeah, this fucked me up right here. This got me pretty much. I said, well, goddamn, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? How about that? Okay, all right. Now check this out. That's we talking about on a so-called physical level. All right, because understand this, right? These particular brothers, okay, all right, at that time, they were still of a certain level of consciousness. Okay, all right, they were still of a certain level. Okay, at that point, we hadn't fell all the way to where we are now, basically drowned in ignorance. Okay, all right, but at that point, we were still of a certain a level of being. All right, so we started creating stuff. Now check this out. Let me give you this. All right, let me give you this. In order for myself to even be in this place, in order for my sis Drake and whomever else, right? In order for y'all to even be at this point, you needed pressure put on you. You understand? All right. So these brothers, check this out. They created a slave narrative. Okay, like I said, the white boy never had power, ever. Okay, so they created the slave narrative in order to put more pressure, okay, on black people. Understand something here, or so-called black people anyway. Understand something here. All right. What happens when you put pressure on a pipe, family? What happened when you put pressure, on a diamond? Okay. All right. What happens, family? Eventually, you're gonna fight back, and that's what you do. You woke up because of pressure. Okay. All right. So what we did, we created pressure. We created slavery. We created all these slavery narratives. Okay, all right. We even put it in books and all of that to make it seem real. Okay, but if you understand, okay, about this thing and what it is, it's impossible. You understand? Because you're not human. Okay, it's impossible for you to have been a so-called slave. All right. Once you get out of this so-called, this is my physical makeup, this is my physical, it's impossible, okay, for a being to be enslaved. Niggas in jail, okay, it is what it is. All right. All right. But that's not what that is, family. All right. The only reason why you believe it because you still think you're human. You still think you got voters' rights. You still think it's black power. You still think Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and all of these, that old Pan-African bullshit. You still believe in all that bullshit. Okay? All right? But you're not what you think you are. Again, you are an image of God. Okay? All right? You're just a picture, family. All right? How do you think it was so easy? Okay, and I didn't even realize this. How do you think it was so easy for me? Well, it wasn't easy, but I helped a lot of people learn how to project the imagination or see something. You understand? I have a lot of people all over. You understand? Okay. All right. So because you are not what you think you are, not even close. You understand? Not even close. Okay. All right. So boom. That was a sidebar. Let's get back to this. Okay. Now, why am I showing you this particular connection? Okay. Again, it's crazy when it all unravels. Okay. So let me ask y'all a quick question, and I guarantee y'all have the answer. I'm just saying. Okay. I guarantee at least one of you motherfuckers gonna have the answer. Okay. Now, what do Leprechaun and the pirates have in common? Is one thing that they have in common, and they want it. And what is that? Somebody put it in the comments for me. Is one thing that the Leprechaun and the pirates want. Okay. All right. Like I say, we didn't already discuss the clothing, right? The clothes match, right? We get that, right? So what do the pirates and Leprechaun want? Gold. Exactly. They want gold. They want the treasure. Understand what we're talking about here, family. Understand what we're discussing here. What we're discussing here. Okay, all right. The pirates and Leprechaun was another mythology. Okay, all right. On a more spiritually mature level, okay, I'll use that. I like that little combination. The pirates is simply, the Leprechaun is simply another mythology. Okay, and understand something here. Understand something. Why are pirates evil? Why are the pirates looked at as evil? Huh? All right, roughnecks. you know, villains in a sense, right? Why is the Leprechaun is a horror picture? Why is it a horror movie? Why is that? Because they're in the darkness. Okay? They're in the darkness. So what am I saying? What am I saying? So in order for you to get your gold, aka the light, what do you have to do first? Okay? Where do light come from, family? Talk to me. Where do light come from? Where do light come from? Somebody put that in the comments for me. Let's talk. Let's talk. This, we communicate with each other. Let's talk. Where do light come from? Somebody should have an answer for me. It comes from the dark. Right? It comes from the dark. Therefore, you have something called a horror movie. Okay? It comes from the darkness. This is why you have Leprechaun as a horror movie. Okay? Darkness to light. Darkness to the treasure. Okay? Root. This is the darkness. As you travel, you go through the darkness. Okay? All right? Some people call it I think it's called the darkest way, something like that to that effect. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. So we talking about the Yellow Brick Road, right? The Wiz, right? So she has to go through the darkness. She get chased by motherfuckers. Motherfuckers try to kidnap her. Motherfuckers try to do all type of shit. That is called the darkness. Okay, that's why we call it shadow work, family. We call it shadow work for a reason. You go into the Leprechaun, into the horror movie to find the love movie. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have a horror movie in order to have a love movie. Okay? All right? They are one. You get it? They are one. You got to have a horror movie in order to have a love movie. It is what it is. So that's why the Leprechaun is deemed evil. That's why pirates are deemed evil. Okay, all right, because they're looking for the treasure. That is you. That is your energy rising. What we call a kundalini, right? Okay, what we call a serpent, right? We call all of that, and it rises up. The dark night of the soul. Boom, bingo. Okay, all right. So we have to rise up out of the horror in order to find the light. Just wanted to drop that on y'all. Hopefully you understand that. And if you don't, you will. At some point, you will. At some point, you will. Okay, there's levels, and that's probably because I'm hearing a couple people are confused. You understand? Okay, so there's levels to that understanding. I know it's like, well, damn, well, how the hell are Moors? How the hell are Moors is mythology? Like, I don't understand that. You know, I don't understand that. Well, you must understand what this is. Okay, all right. Again, there's levels to the information, right? Like I say, there's second grade mathematics, and there's also 12th grade mathematics. Okay, it's still dealing with numbers, but it becomes more intense. Okay, all right. So on one level, we're talking about the pirates, the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's something else you need to consider. Okay, when you talk about Caribbean people, what are we saying here? Okay, all right, we talking about niggers, Pirates of the Caribbean, really? Okay, and to dive deeper on that aspect of things, if you go watch Pirates of the Caribbean, okay, you understand? There's a group of lost pirates that are underneath the water that come back up, led by one pirate who have tentacles. Okay, all right. And where does that science come from? The Necronomicon. He represents Cthulhu, which is also yourself. You understand? All right. The return of you, the return of the pirate. Okay, all right. All of this is you, family. Like I said, everything in existence, okay, comes out of you into this particular so-called world. All right. All the way to the fucking blinds on a fucking window. Oh, every fucking thing. As simple as blinds on a window. Okay, what are blinds on the window, family? I'm just trying to keep it simple. Blinds on the window come from where? Think about this now. Blinds on a window. Okay, the science of blinds come from where? Come from what? As far as you, as far as your makeup. Okay, eyelids. It's so simple. Okay, all right. That's more proof, family. There's nothing that you can't look at. Okay, all right. The eyelids is nothing that you can't look at that is not yourself. Okay, all right, all right. I'm trying to put you in a place to where every time you look at something, you see yourself. Every time you look at something, you see yourself. So we know the window are the eyes, and we know the eyelids are the blinds. Okay, it comes from you, man. It's all yours. It's all you. Okay, it's all you. Let's keep it kicking. Let's keep it kicking. Let's keep it kicking. Uh-oh. 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 Let's get it popping. The big fucking apple. Uh-oh, let's get it popping. Let's get it popping, family. Why am I bringing this up? Because this cracked me in the fucking head. Okay, let's crack me in the fucking head. All right, there's many, so-called Caucasoid-ish people who create their own narrative of things. Okay, but I'm about to give you what yourself say. Okay, you understand? What yourself say. The reason why they call New York the Big Apple. Let's start here. Okay, all right. All right, big motherfucking apple, huh? Let's start here. Here we go. Here we go. The Statue of Liberty, aka Lucifer. Now, I want you to understand this, right? Okay, let's understand this. Now, many people already have broke this down to where they understand Lucifer, okay, or the Statue of Liberty is Lucifer, okay? And if you don't understand what I'm saying, okay, Lucifer is called what, family? The bringer of lights, or the light bearer, right? One that brings light, again, yourself, right? But we're going to stick to this. We'll get to that later on, okay? All right. So now, check this out, and just so you can see it more, all right, here goes where the Statue of Liberty come from, okay? A Lucifer painting, okay, put in place a very long time ago, all right? Okay, so we're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper. And just so you know what I'm talking about here, all right, the Christians and the religious folk, they can't stand the Statue of Liberty, especially the people who call themselves historians of religion. Okay, all right. They even got books that hate the Statue of Liberty. Check this out: American Goddess, Lucifer's Torch, by Pastor Don't You Know No Good Mike Hoggard. Okay, all right. They've got books on this shit, family, where they call the Statue of Liberty evil. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? But I'm gonna take you somewhere. I'm gonna take you somewhere. So, hold on. Let me talk to you. So now, the Statue of Liberty in New York, okay? And New York is called the Big Apple. Now, what happened to Lucifer, family? What happened to Lucifer? Okay, Lucifer was kicked out of heaven, right? He had a mishap with his so-called God. So he was kicked out of heaven and he fell. Okay, and he fell. Right? Okay. Now, like I always talk about, family, once you start understanding mythologies, you can't never not understand the motherfuckers. They're everywhere. Okay, when you start getting into the mythology. Okay, all right. Dionysus, boy, I saw you, boy. What's happening? Okay, Jeff, what's good, family? Meet. So we understand that once you, like I said, you get into these mythologies, you can't unsee them because they're everywhere. You understand? Okay, there's a mythology about the Hebrews. Okay, falling under the hands of the Philistines. Okay, that's a mythology. All right. You got Lucifer getting kicked out of heaven. That's another mythology. Okay. All right. Then there's this mythology. Then there's this mythology, family. Eve do what? Eve eat the apple. Okay. Eve eat the apple, okay, and she fall. All right. She was in heaven, the Garden of Eden. Okay. She disrespected God and she was kicked out of the Garden of Eden. She ate the apple. She became Lucifer. And now Eve stands in the middle of New York, right along with the apple she ate. Right along with the motherfucking apple she ate. Okay? Right along with the apple she ate. So, you want to know why they call it the Big Apple? Okay, because this is talking about the fall of Eve. And why is Eve there? Okay? But why is Eve there? Okay? All right? I used to get into a certain breakdown of a word. Joy Jones, how you doing? I used to get into a breakdown of a word, and I used to talk about the evolution or evolution. Okay, all right. Eve being the transformation for us to come back up, the divine feminine. Okay, for us to come back up. Okay, she sits with the apple she ate. You understand? but she has to see herself. You understand? All right. You want to know why the woman go through hell in this particular so-called plane of existence? Okay. All right. All right. To a certain degree, on one level of teachings, she's the power. Okay. So she has to see herself. That rotten apple, New York. You wonder why New York is breaded in ego? You wonder why New York, okay, all right, look down on everybody else? You understand? Because Eve had to see herself. Okay, all right, this is why New York move how it move. All right, compared to the South. This is something you should know. All of us should know. Okay, you go to New York, people don't even speak to you. You go anywhere down south, Alabama, Louisiana, motherfucker break their neck to speak to you. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Okay, you fuck around, get invited to the cookout, all types of motherfucker don't even know you. Hand you a plate of macaroni and cheese with a little fried chicken, some greens, some potatoes on that motherfucker. Okay, that's not about to happen up there, man. Okay, it don't go like that. So we have a metaphysical reason on why that's called the Big Apple. Okay, or esoteric reason on why it's called the Big Apple. Okay, all right, is the Big Easy. That's a great fucking point. New Orleans is called the Big Easy because we be chilling, dog. We be chilling. You understand? Okay, I speak to everybody. Man, what's happening, man? How you doing, man? How your mom and them, man? Oh yeah, man. The wife, man, she cooking tonight. You understand? Okay. You know, she doing some greens, motherfucker, some turkey necks. You understand me? Okay, nigga, you come through with a motherfucking 6-pack, nigga, in his own. You understand? Shit, what you want to do, nigga? Okay, that's how we get down. Okay, all right. You know, you go down that whole side. Okay, from the Carolinas, okay, Florida, all that shit, man, we move different. We move different. Okay, we just move different. All right, it's a lot of things that and it's so crazy, right? And it's something else that I'm trying not to talk about, but okay, all right. So when we look at the so-called ego, I don't like to say ego because I don't talk about that like that no more. I don't look at that in that way no more. But when we talk about the ego is so unbalanced and ignorant to where it may put up an image, right? It may put up an image of something to make it look like I'm better than you, or I got this, or I got that, or I got this going on, or I got that going on. Let me dive into this because they just dropped this on. And I don't even talk about this brother. You understand? Okay, but for this moment I will, because the brother just got 7 years. I don't think he's gonna do 7 years. Because it was himself that put him in there. Brother Polite. Okay, all right. Now understand this, right? Let me pull this back up. Eve, okay, is bound in so-called New York with her rotten apple, aka the rotten heart. Somebody said that. Okay, all right. Now understand, the rotten heart has to be what? Family cleansed. It has to be purified. Okay, all right. And I'm just using Polite as an example, but it's many motherfuckers up there. You understand? That put on this particular show, this so-called prestige. Okay, that we are this, we are that. We pull up in the Bentley, we pull up in this, we pull up in that. Okay, but if you've been to New York, then you know, like I know, it's the most filthiest place in existence. It's fucking filthy. Trash everywhere, rats, big giant ass rats the size of fucking dogs. Okay, like the shit ridiculous. Why? Because in the inside is rotten. Okay, it is rotten. They put on a front. Oh, New York, New York. They put on a front. Okay, but the place is fucking filthy, my nigga. Okay, and I seen this shit firsthand. Okay, I ain't even get out my goddamn truck. I was smelling the fucking garbage, man. Okay, just stacked up. My man's man, my homie. Okay, born and raised NY. Okay, he told me himself, man, we don't believe in garbage cans, man. We ain't gonna buy no garbage cans. We gonna put a bag outside, okay. But the people started telling us to get a garbage because the raccoons and the rats will start eating the garbage and the trash will be everywhere. So I ain't just telling you some shit. I'm telling you the reason why it's like that. Okay, all right? Because the heart is unpure. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. Okay, all right? It's a reason why New Yorkers move how they move. Okay? Because they up here and they're hiding something. They up here on Front Street, the new car, the new this, the new that, but they hiding something. Okay, all right. Whereas in the South, we do a shit. You know, of course, we got niggatry down here too. You understand? But we do shit a little bit different. Okay, all right. Shit, we'll put shit on Front Street on your ass. Okay, we'll be like, man, look, my nigga, this what it is. This was happening, and this was going on. Take it or leave it. Fuck that shit you talking about. Okay, all right. This how I am. I ain't trying to bullshit. This what it is, nigga. Okay, take it or leave it. All right, all right. We don't do a lot of that stuff. You understand? Okay, but I'm just trying to give you the metaphysical science of it. Like I say, family, all of this, man, comes out of you into this so-called, understand, so-called physical reality, which it is not. Okay, all right. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, now let's travel to the west side. Let's travel to the west side. Okay, so now we should know this information. All right, California is named. Okay, well, they say is named after, like I said, I don't believe a lot of this shit no more, but I'm gonna tell you what they're talking about. Okay, California is named after this particular goddess, this quote unquote African queen, Calafia, I think her name is Calafia. Okay, later on became California. All right, this black or melanated queen named Calafia. Later on, he became California. All right. Now, understand this. Okay. These are places of destruction. All right. The reason why New York is like it is, and the reason why a lot of people from New York move how they move, okay, is based on the energy that's being put into New York by the 1%. The 1% got everybody believing New York is the place to be when it's not. Okay. All right. When you okay, I've experienced this for quite some time. I could be talking to someone who live in Costa Rica and doing a session with them. I could be talking to someone who live in Canada and so forth and so on, out the country basically. And when they think about America, they only think two places: New York, Hollywood. New York, Hollywood. That's what people say who live outside this country. Okay, all right. When motherfuckers who want to move to America, they not moving to Texas. Okay, now if you know the Mexicana family and all of that, I get all of that. Okay, but motherfucker don't want to move to fucking Louisiana and Alabama and Utah and Chicago, nigga ain't trying to move there. Okay, all right. You go your ass out there to California and take and go down Skid Row and see all of them fucking people out of 100, 200, 300, 400 people, however many people that is down Skid Row, homeless, this, that, and the other. They moved out there thinking that that was the place to go. They cracked out, slutted out all type of shit. You understand? Okay, because they thought, because of propaganda, that California, okay, Hollywood was the place to go. The same shit happened in New York. They think that's the place to go based on the media, and the media isn't, on how they put this information. So they make you believe that these particular places are the it places, when in fact you got to go on the inside of fucking America to find out what the fuck it is. Okay, all right. You ain't getting no good motherfucking rib plate, nigga, with some good mac and cheese, nigga. You ain't getting that shit in no fucking Hollywood, nigga. You ain't getting that shit in no fucking New York, nigga. Okay, all right, nigga. You got to go. You got to go somewhere. You got to go buy a nigga grandma house. You understand? All right. If you want some real good eating, some kickback, some little juke joint or whatever the case is, have a real good time. You understand? Okay, you ain't going to New York for that. Okay, you ain't going to Hollywood for that. You thinking about business. Okay, all right. You thinking about some investment, some kind of money. That's what you thinking about. Okay, but these people who live outside this country, they come in and they move to them places thinking that that's what it is. Okay, but of course now things are becoming a little bit more, because of this shit right here. Things have become a little bit more different. So people, are being, oh man, they got a place called Texas, or they got a place called fucking Arizona, and this and that. So people, moving all over the place. But for a long time, it was only Hollywood, it was only California and New York. You understand? Now, let's get to Calafia. Okay. Now, like I said, I wanted to give you the understanding that these particular places, okay, all right, are ran by the 1%, okay, and they make people believe that that's the power, okay, but in fact, the people suffering without even really knowing, okay, all right, they're fucking suffering, man. Okay, all right. So now, you go to California. Right now, check this out. There's another entity, there's another quote unquote being that California was named after. Again, okay, this is beyond the so-called physical, because when a nigga is stuck on that African level of learning, okay, we never really understand shit. Okay, all right, until we leave those particular first grade, second grade levels of so-called consciousness, okay, and we graduate. All right. So a motherfucker really wouldn't know that California birthplace is really based on Kali, okay, or Kalima, okay, all right. In her particular teachings, she's the goddess of destruction. Okay, so anybody that come there, anybody that go there, okay, all right, is basically destroyed before they get there. All right, all them actors and actresses and all of that shit, they're done, because it's an illusion. We should know the science of Hollywood, or the Hollywood, or the holly tree, okay, which in certain ancient times they talk about the Hollywood or the holly tree was used for ritualistic purposes and spell work. Okay, you understand? They used to use that particular tree to put spells on people, to do rituals on people. Okay, all right. So Hollywood is the same thing. Okay, understand? You need to go watch the movie Percy Jackson. Okay, on Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Okay, all right, the one that came out in 2010, 2009, 2011, something like that. So what ended up happening was, okay, Percy Jackson's mother was kidnapped. They told her she was in hell, okay, or in the Greek mythology, she was in Hades. She was with Hades, the hell being the devil in the Greek mythology. Now, understand this, okay? So they had to go to hell. Check this out. Where did they go to hell? They went to California, okay? They had a secret door on the H of the word Hollywood, and when they went through the secret door of Hollywood, they ended up in Hades, which is hell. You think that's about coincidence, man? You think that's about fucking coincidence? Okay, all right? So like I tell people all the time, do not, I repeat, do not tell your children to be no fucking actor or actress at all. Okay, all right? Cut it out. I don't give a fuck if they're in Atlanta and all that shit. Understand, Tyler Perry got a daddy, nigga. Okay, all right. And Tyler Perry, one of them. You think Tyler Perry get all that fucking money for nothing and not get bent over, nigga? Man, fuck out of here. They running in him just like they're running a fucking pussy, nigga. Okay, all right. So ain't no fucking freedom in that, my nigga. Okay, all right. So on these fucking actors and actresses and all of that. Okay, they got caught up in this shit. You understand? Their mother and father, they thought that shit was something. Okay, all right. And now at least 98% of them are fucked up. There's only a small few of them that have a level of knowledge that are able to get the fuck out of there. Okay, all right. And those are the smart motherfuckers. All right, you know, like I heard my nigga Brad Pitt. He one of them niggas that was able to kind of maneuver a little bit from what I was told. Okay, all right. From what I was told, also Denzel was another one, but Denzel had to be humiliated. You know, Denzel had to be humiliated. He got beat on Glory in order to become Denzel Washington. Glory came out, late 80s. He had to get beat. They beat him with a whip. Okay, that was his initiation. Okay, so he had to be humiliated on the big screen, just like Will Smith. He had to be humiliated on the big screen, fucking a white boy. It is what it is. They call it the City of Angels. Dark angels. Dark angels around this motherfucker. You ain't never lying. They call it the City of Angels. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. And you go out there to play the Anaheim Angels in baseball. Okay, I don't know if that team still exists or whatever the case is, but when I was in the baseball, we call it Anaheim Angels. Okay, I'm just saying here, family. All right, it's a reason for that. Y'all start getting y'all questions ready if y'all got something, family. Y'all start getting y'all questions ready. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that though, man. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with that. All right, these places is not what you think they are. Okay, all right. See, we have been trained. We have been thoroughly trained to look up to these places. We have been trained to think, oh, this is it. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Okay, I'd have been all over this fucking country, man. I'd have been all over this fucking country. I'd have went to New York. I'd have been to fucking Hollywood. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is the filthiest shit you could ever see. I didn't even know I was on a so-called Hollywood Walk of Fame. I didn't even know. I said, cuz, what this is on the right? Because he said, man, that's the stars. I said, this filthy shit. I say on TV and on the media, they make you think this shit is beautiful. They make you think this shit is amazing. This shit is fucking filthy, bro. It's fucking filth, bro. It's filth is what it is. I'm talking about look like a nigga pissed on them stars, shitted on them stars. I'm telling you, talk to somebody who from Cali, man. Okay, or talk to somebody who have went down and looked at those fucking them damn stars, man. Okay, all right. Now some of them, people try to keep them clean. Okay, but you catch them bitches on on a rough Thursday night or something, man, it's fucking filthy. It's fucking filthy, bro. Okay? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, Brandon, you ain't never lying. You know, so I'm just saying, family. I'm just saying. You know, like it's some shit, bro. It's definitely some shit, man. You know, just something for y'all to think about. You know, just something for y'all to think about. Okay. Okay. Question. Let me put this up here. All right. Okay, so let's see. What happens after so-called death for you personally? How do you know you won't reincarnate again? First of all, let's say this, all right? I used to believe in the reincarnation process. I thought that was a real thing, right? Like I said before, there's information, right? There's information, okay? Where and it's for ADW show around this motherfucker. So again, right, when we learn an information, okay, just like in school, all right, you want to make sure everybody see this question right here. All right. So when we in school, right? When you in the third grade, you don't know English 4 exists. Okay, when you're in the 5th grade, you don't know trigonometry exists. You don't know these things, right? So when you first come on this journey, when you first come on this walk, the first thing you learn, I don't want to come back. I don't want to reincarnate back to this place, right? We learn rituals, we learn spells, we learn Oshun, right? We start learning about the pineal gland, like the whole, you know, the whole little thing when we first come into the door. Okay, some niggas start believing the fucking Anunnaki bullshit. You know, some niggas become super Egyptian. You know, niggas walk around with the hats on and the staff and my name is Ra-ha-hu-ha-ha, and all of those shit, right? Okay, so now that is some of the entry level. Well, all the entry level when we first wake up. Okay, then as you go on this journey, all right, and everybody don't get to these particular places of understanding. Let's make that clear. Everybody's not going to get to where Bobby is. Everybody's not going to get to where I am. And most of the family in here, because if y'all here listening to me, y'all are different motherfuckers, right? So people are not going to get to where we are. You know, some people have to transition to even get to where we are right now. Okay, all right. So basically, what I'm saying is, when you start to get to these particular places, you start to have these realizations. I talk about this, right? And things become different. Okay, things become different. All right, you start seeing things differently. All right. So at one time, I believed in duality. Okay, all right. I thought it was a dual system. I thought it was two. I thought this, but for years, the energy would always say, "There's only one. There's only one. There's only one. There's only one. There's only one." I didn't understand that until maybe 2 years ago. Okay, but I had been on my journey, you know, at least about 6 years before then. You know, 6-7 years before then, and or longer. And I'm like, well, one. I said, well, that will make everybody I'm looking at me. And like, well, yeah, exactly. There's only one. So now understand that concept, right? Understand that particular thought process. So if all of us are one being, okay, and people who rock with me, y'all know I love to use, I'm gonna water today, but I love to use the water, right? So this is how you can disprove reincarnation. Being simple. Okay, all right. Again, there is no spirit, there is no soul. Okay, there is no individualism. All right, there's something that was given to us. Okay, all right, by said school system and all of that. Oh, now, well, that person is like that. Or now, well, that person is like that. Or now, that person. 9 times out of 10, you are like you are based on mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, friend, pets, goldfish, whatever. All of these things influence who you are today. So there's no such thing as that's just how you are. There's no such thing. Okay? When we all come into this thing, we are bliss. Okay? We are love. When we first come into this thing, we are tranquility. When we first come into this thing. All right? So we are one entity. Okay? Depending on who is teaching you or showing you the so-called ropes of life and this and that, they take you and you leave that. That is a level of the fall. Okay, all right. That is the fall of Lucifer all over again. Okay, but we are one when we are born. Okay, that baby come out crying and hollering and every motherfucking thing else. Okay, some don't. Okay, it is what it is. But all of us are one. You understand? Okay, we're one. Now, at some point, religion kicked in the door and started teaching separatism. I got a whole video breaking that down. Probably got to go look at it. I probably don't believe nothing in that motherfucker. But talk about it now. Religion kicked in the door and started teaching separatism. This is when the soul and the spirit came into being. Okay, all right. And then now we say, oh well, my soul feel like this, or that don't agree with my spirit. Well, you don't have a mind, nothing. Okay, all right. We don't have a mind, nothing. Okay, all right. So religion kicked in the door and started giving us this shit. Therefore, we started teaching that shit. Okay, but you leave this body today or tomorrow. Okay, you become one with the darkness all over again. Okay, all right. And let me give you this real quick. Let me give you this, and this can go to the level 2, but I'm gonna give you this where I've been dealing with it the last couple of weeks. Okay, the 0 point and the 1 and the 2. The 0 point and the 1 and the 2. Now, the 0 point is the infinite waters. The 0 point is the nothingness. Okay, the 0 point is the all. The 0 point is the beginning, the end, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's the 0 point, and everything comes from the 0. Okay, people want to know, what is this the first, the chicken or the egg? Or the egg. Okay, everything comes from that oneness. There's a reason why the egg look like 0. You ever thought about that? The egg is 0. Okay, if you turn the egg sideways, it's the eye. It's an oval shape. It's the eye. That is the egg. You understand? Okay. So the 0 point. You understand? Now, in the Necronomicon, they talk about Azathoth. I think that's the energy name. Azathoth, Azeroth, Azathoth. I think it's Azathoth. Okay. So this particular all-knowing being, okay, all right, the primordial waters, okay, all right, the great nothingness. It went into a dream state, and when it went into a dream state, it manifested a certain reality, which is the 1. Okay, it manifested a reality, which is the 1, and this particular reality, okay, which became us, arm, leg, arm, head. You understand? It became us, arm, leg, arm, head. Okay, and we started thinking pyramids into being. We started thinking temples into being. We started thinking whatever we wanted to put in existence. We thought it into being. Okay, hands weren't done for nothing. We thought it into being. That was the 1. Now, we are at the 2 now. Ash, you still in here? Now we're at the 2. The 2 is the fall. Okay? So now, we're talking about the 0 point. You understand? The 0 point is the nothingness. Okay? All right? Which everything derives from. And it went into a dream state. Okay? I called it to the Necronomicon. And some stuff I've been getting spiritually as well, went into the 1. The 1 is the Wakanda. Okay, the 1 is the beautiful crystal worlds. You understand? The beautiful enchanted forests where all of the animals talk. You understand? Okay, all right. The quote unquote what they call fairy tales, the gnomes, okay, the great white deer, okay, with 100 antlers on the head. You understand? Okay, that's where all these fairy tale movies come from. You understand? Okay, so that's the one. All right, all right. And at some point, the one started to get shaky, and from the one, the two came. Okay, all right. And we be rapping that shit though. You know, the one and the two, all that shit back in the day, right? But it go into the two. Now we are currently in the two. Okay, all right. So now understand this, right? Understand this. So when we die from the two, we only go back to the one. Okay, we only go back to the one. All right, and the only thing that's coming in the two is the 0 point. I want y'all to catch this. The only thing that's going into the two through the one, okay, 0, 1, 2, everything comes from the 0 point. Okay, no different than if we're talking about the belly, right, the woman giving birth. Okay, all right, that's the 0 point, the belly. Okay, and everything comes from that, right, the egg, right? Okay, so that 0, when we transition out of the 2, we go back into the 1. Okay, and somewhere we're taught the 0 point. Okay, and then when we transition, we look back up at the 2, and we like, damn, I should have left a better mark on the 2. So that's what we're talking about here. Okay, so there is no reincarnation. Reincarnation is based on my soul, my spirit. We don't have that. We're all one being. If anything is having is so-called reincarnating, is the one, because the one is the 0. The 0 is everything. Okay, in order for the 1 to exist, the 0 has to exist. In order for anything in existence, the 0 has to exist. Okay, all right, like a blooming flower. Okay, you understand? It feeds everything. Okay, if there were no flowers in existence, all of us would die. Okay, you understand? A lot of things we use that flower for: breathing, you understand, medicine, you understand, herbs, so forth and so on, right? You understand? So to get to your point, all right, as far as reincarnate, okay, as far as that go, there is no reincarnation. Okay, there is no reincarnation. We're only one being. Okay, and when we leave this so-called illusion, because the 2, understand, let me give you this, let me take you a step further. Understand, the 2 is an illusion. Take that out. The 1 is also an illusion. We take that out. The 0 point is the only thing that is real, because everything comes from the 0 point, and we are all that. We are all that. Okay, so even the beautiful enchanted forests and crystal cities and Wakanda and flying UFOs and all of this, stuff that we do have in the 1. Okay, because we got a lot of that shit. Okay, all right, because you are it. Okay, the signs of the Merkaba is you leaving the body. You understand? And becoming that particular flying orb in a sense. Okay, but I said all that to say, this is not, to a certain degree, my Will Copprue's breakdown on what happens when we die. This is not that. Okay, I don't give my personal shit. I don't do personal like that. So I'm giving you what I've been through, experiences in a sense. Okay, all right. Also, information that I've come across. Okay, and what I get spiritually fed to me. All right, and for years, it's kind of been the same thing. Okay, all right. It be some celebratory shit when we leave, and it's not trying to come back in a sense. Okay, now a part of that also the quote unquote reincarnate. Okay, all right, was again pressure for someone to get knowledge. Okay, think about this. Why would the oneness, I mean, or the 0 point? The 0 point is based in nothing but love. That's all the 0 point is. Okay? All right? The 0 point is all love, and that's it. That's all the 0 point is. Okay? So why would the 0 point, okay, tell you that you're going to get trapped here? Okay, you're going to get trapped here. If you don't get this or you don't get that. Okay, that's not. It's certain things that aren't necessarily coming from the 0 point or you, the deeper you. Okay, all right, but that's taught. That's taught here. That's taught now. Okay, that if you don't get this information, it's a pinwheel effect. You're gonna be on a hamster wheel forever. Okay, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Okay, that's not the case at all. All right, that's not the case, man. But yeah. Hopefully, you got that understanding. But ultimately, ADW, your experience will tell you more. On top of what I'm saying, you'll see your own stuff for real. Her name is Raven, another representation of her being the darkness as the illusion, aka Raven. Hold on, what you talking about there? Okay, old girl on Teen Titans, Raven used to say, Azeroth, Ametrion, Zinthos, or whatever, and a black hole, the great nothingness, and all would appear for her to tap into. Okay, all right. I wanted to get into Teen Titans too. I know they got some science in that shit. Shit. I gotta live, bro. That nigga be watching Charm, man. That nigga told me the other day, he said, nigga, I be watching Charm, man. Them chicks be on up and doing that magic. I know they know something. They probably do. Shit. They got three white girls doing magic and shit, and they best friends a goddamn magician, wizard or some shit. So fuck, they know something. Charm. I remember that back in the day. Back in the 90s, Charm used to come on. But yeah, family. This is the reason why. The so-called 1% that's so-called in charge today. Don't want you to leave here. Okay, because of information that I just told you. This is why, abortion. They don't want you having an abortion. This is why they tell you commit suicide, you're going to hell. They want you to be here. Okay, like I say, this place is not what you think it is. Okay? This place is not what you think it is, man. Okay, now I'm not saying to transition and all of that. Okay, and get the fuck up out of here, which I know two people who have already took themselves the fuck up out of here in the past month and a half. But I think I might be here for a while. I ain't going nowhere because we still gotta go get drunk some more and be a nigga. somewhere in some city, a city near you, nigga. But yeah, family. Any more questions? Any more questions before I get off here? Any more questions, man? Any more questions? And I want you to understand, man. You being here and getting this information, you know, Bobby used to say, man, you getting this information at this point in time, okay, all right, mean that you are not normal. You are not normal. So the first thing you need to do is remove your thought process that you are one of the locals. You are not a local, family. You're not. Okay? You are not one of the locals, man. All right? You are different. You are of a certain breed of being. Okay? You need to know that. All right? So with that being said, okay, love is the reason that you are still here doing what you're doing. All right? So at some point on your walk, the only thing that will exist for you is love. Yeah, you'll have a vehicle or you'll be living so-called life or whatever the case is. But love will always be front and center. Okay? This is why many of us are still around. Many of us are still here. All right? Because, let me give you this. Let me give you this. They're not like us. Hey, that nigga Kendrick damn near brought the whole West Coast together, man. It's a powerful dude, man. Powerful dude. But as powerful as he is, he ain't got nothing on none of you motherfuckers in these fucking comments right now. You listening. And if you've been here the whole fucking time, yeah. Kendrick, much respect. Love, man. Love what you do. But at the same time, he ain't got nothing on us, man. It is what it is. But it's love always. It's love always. I forgot the fuck. I was about to get into. Oh, here we go. So, understand it. Let me see if they give it back to me. If they give it back to me. Nah, well, okay. Well, it's not important. But okay, let me see. If a person commits suicide, do they go to a lower realm first before returning back to the one soul? Nah. Okay, let's talk about that. Man, I used to wholeheartedly, we do it for the love. Woo. I used to wholeheartedly, and it's talking to my brother, where he at? Infinite Being. I used to wholeheartedly believe in these different dimensions. Okay, there's one dimension over here, there's another dimension over here, there's another dimension over here, there's multiple dimensions. But over time, as I graduated within myself, just like y'all doing, okay, we're doing. As you graduate within yourself, you realize a lot of stuff was bells and whistles. A lot of stuff was cute. It was cute. Oh, that's cute. Oh yeah, we about to go to the 10th dimension. Oh, that's cute. That's all right. We'll be eating that. What I come to the realization is that there's not all of these realms and this and that, and no, there is not. It's not that. The 0, the 1, and the 2. You commit suicide, that's just what it is. You and it's not even, and we make it sound based on religion. We make it sound, oh, it's the most horrible thing in the world, or commit suicide. It's a suicide. Nah, a nigga got the fuck up out of here. You know, but see, this is the thing with someone who do quote unquote commit suicide. When they first pop out the body, they come to many realizations. Okay, 98% of people who commit suicide don't know nothing about what we talking about. Okay, they commit suicide. They're scared like a motherfucker. Okay, but then they soon realize that what they went through wasn't real, and then they start going into these realizations until they become one with the zero again. And then it's back to the love thing. But then it's still a piece of them, that leftover piece of them, that is a little bittersweet based on maybe children that they didn't tell the correct information to, or their husband or wife or family, friends or something that they called crazy. Okay, understand, I had family members who transitioned, who I was cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. And when they transitioned, the motherfuckers like, damn, I thought that nigga was crazy. And they dying thinking Jesus was gonna be there with the sandals on and everything. They thinking Jesus is gonna show up with the long hair. They think that cracker gonna pull the fuck up. And all they see is the darkness, aka light. It is what it is. You know, so they're home again. They're home again. Roz, what's good? What's good, family? So hopefully you got that. I think that's Jeffrey on it. Jeffrey, yeah, I think that's Jeffrey. Hopefully you got that, man. You know, yeah, with the sandals. You know the nigga rocking them new Air Max sandals. You know, with the hair, he might have locks in his hair now. He might have blonde locks or some shit. You know, shit. Will, what do you think about Jesus saying there are many mansions in heaven? Okay, that's a great question. That's a great question. Because I used to get into that based on there's many realms within the self. Okay, there's many realms within the self. So in there's many mansions in the house, right? So me and a brother might talk about that about 8-9 years ago. Now understand this. So when we talk about many mansions, okay, or what do you say? Many. No, I don't think it's many mansions. I think it's many rooms or something in the mansion, something like that. Somebody pull that up for me. Because I don't think it's many mansions in heaven. I think it's many rooms in the mansion, something like that. Somebody pull it up for me. Matter of fact, let me see. Because I think I remember something like that. I'm glad you brought that up too. So we're gonna dive into that real quick. In my house is many mansions. That's what it is. They just gave it to me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, in my father's house are many mansions. Yeah. Okay. In my father's house, there's many mansions. Now, I was about to say many nigga boy, goddamn, many men wish that upon me. But so in my house, there's many mansions. So we can look at this like this, right? We gonna touch that on in a few different places. Okay. You can look at the body, right? You can look at the body on one level. Okay, on one level, you look at the body, that's the house. Okay. Now you can get into the brain, the science of the brain. Now, understand this. when you start to get into the understanding of seeing, right? When we start seeing things of that nature, okay, the brain can give you many different visions in many different ways. Okay, you understand? So on one level, and that's something to the effect of what I used to teach in first time meditation. Okay, so when we talk about in my father's house, there's many mansions, and I might get something else about this too. So stay tuned. I don't know when I'm gonna do a video again. You know me, I'll be spurred a moment. It might be tomorrow or it might be a month from now. So stay tuned. But that's one level of it. Okay, all right. Now on another level of it is levels. Okay, in my father's house, there's many mansions. Okay, so we can look at it as the so-called chakra system, right? Although we know ultimately that's not real. Those chakras are based on teachings. Okay, each chakra has a certain level of teachings that can help you, that can propel you to your supreme self. Okay, ultimately they're not a real thing. Ain't no Fruit Loops running around inside you and they're called chakras. No, that's not what it says. But that's another level to it. You understand? So in my father's house, there's many mansions. You go up. Okay, you go up. Now on another level, here we go. There's the science of Set, okay, or Sutek or Set Typhon, okay, killing his brother Osiris, okay, and he chop him up in 13 pieces or 14 pieces, one or two. He chop his ass up, right, and then Isis or Set. She find her husband, okay, Asar or Osiris, and put all the pieces back together. You understand? In my house, there are many mansions, aka many pieces. Okay, and what does that represent? Okay, that's one consciousness that's broke up into a bunch of pieces. That is us right now. You understand? Okay, ultimately, there's one house. In my father's house, there's many mansions. Ultimately, there's one house. Okay, so collectively, those pieces have to become one again. Okay, and those pieces becoming one is you doing the work, and that's what you're doing right now. Okay, so right now, collectively, you are Set, Isis, putting the pieces back together of your Osiris, Asar. You understand? So you are both. All right. I know the stories make you believe that there are two. Nah, there's only one, and you are putting your pieces back together. Okay, you are Eve trying to retrieve that apple that is rotten, aka the unpurified heart. Okay, and I think we can go a few more places with that too. But that's it for now, though, Brother Roz, because I heard a few more different things about that particular understanding right there, and that's just coming off the top. But one is like one mind connected concept, like iCloud, bingo, like you can always go to a store and T-Mobile or whatever one of these stores, okay, and have them hit your shit with the fucking eye, and they'll have it in their system already. It's all one system. It's all one system. Okay, and that's what's going on. Can matches represent the cell, or the self? Yeah, I don't see why not. When you look at the science of the cell, okay. So let's talk about that real quick. Okay, Roz, I thought I was done, family. Okay, I thought I was done, but the mama goddess dropped something else. So let's think about the cell, right? So right now, the cells in the body are all not in use, family. Our cells in this so-called body are all of them are not in use. So what does that sound like? Because if all cells were in use at its proper frequency, we would all be on some X-Men shit. Okay? Excuse me. But since all cells are not even in use, what does that sound like? That sound like Osiris being chopped up in many pieces. Okay, all right, and Aset or Isis trying to put it back together. You know, so I like that. I like that a lot. You know, so like I say, you know, once that door opened up inside you, man, you could take that shit, you know, in different places. Once you get the basis of understanding when it comes to this thing, you know, like shit just start changing, man. It's like there's, you get to a certain frequency of yourself, it becomes never a wrong answer, man. You know, like this is not a test for you to take and fail. Okay, that we have to get out of our minds too. Like this information is a test for you to take and you fail. Okay, all right. If you doing rituals and all of that, okay, then hey, all right, that's what you doing. Okay, do I fuck with that? No, I don't fuck with that, you know, because I know other shit, right? Of course. But if that's where you are, then that's where you are. It is what it is. But just know you need to keep going. Don't stay there and stop. If you're on some Pan-African shit and you want to lock your hair up and you want to go outside and play in the dirt and grow flowers and potatoes and all this stuff in the garden, sure, go ahead on play in the damn dirt. That's on you. You know, but at the same time, just know you playing out there is not going to help you elevate. But at the same time, if you keep going, it will. Okay? If you keep going, it will. Okay? All right? So ultimately, there's never a wrong answer in this thing, man. You know, even when we talk, you know, I joke about Silly Carson, you know, Silly Billy Carson. You know, I joke around and stuff like that. And, you know, with the whole Anunnaki thing, and all that kind of information being put out and people believing that shit and they're suffering based on that. But at the same time, okay, this was going to happen for the people who believe in the Anunnaki. This was going to happen. Either you're going to transition, okay, and when I mean transition, I'm talking about literally die, literally, okay. What's going to happen is you're going to realize that shit never existed. Okay, you're gonna come to a certain realization like that's not what you think it is. Okay, all right. Those beings didn't come down from fucking planet Zamunda and do this and do that. Okay, but if you stay here in the tube, okay, then at some point you're going to realize that information, you're not going nowhere. Okay, then you're going to realize that people around you who on a journey, they keep going. They kept going. They're not even on a type of time. Like it's only like a small, like might be 2 people, maybe 3 people. Okay, you know, when 4 or 5 years ago, you know, when I was out here with the groups of people and all of that, now, like, there's only about 2, 3 motherfuckers, okay, who elevated with me, you know, who kept going with me. You understand? You know, and just know that if you're on a certain level of information, okay, and they're gonna have motherfuckers, and if you believe that wholeheartedly and you with that, eventually people gonna keep going. Like I'm telling you, I left a lot of motherfuckers behind, man. You know, like let me see. I think Drake, I just few of us, like it was only about 3 people, maybe. Okay, who kept going. This shit ain't stopped me. Don't do all kind of shit. Okay, like it don't stop. You got to keep going. Okay, you understand? So at some point, hopefully, you people who love the Anunnaki, okay, and live by that shit, hopefully one day you come to the realization that You're not going to be saved by that. That information won't fix your heart. Playing in the dirt won't fix your heart. Okay, and that's the only thing about it, is that yeah, you can do whatever it is you're doing. Okay, but when we say keep going, we're talking about fixing the heart space. We're talking about going into heaven, which is eternal bliss forever. Like I said a couple weeks ago. Okay, I'm not giving you information so you can be happy one day. I'm giving you information so you can be happy for the rest of your fucking life. Okay, and motherfuckers thinking you weird because you always fucking happy. Okay, all right, this shit right here. Okay, I will speak of love until you get mad. Okay, and join me in my mad worship of love. Okay, again, understand what this said. Understand, okay, this comes from the Sufis information. Sufism, okay, is based on well, some Moors are called Sufis. Some of the ancient Muslims who dealt in the science, like Rumi, people like that. Some of the Gnostics, okay, they also dealt with this. You understand? So that's where this information comes from. So when they say, I will speak of love until you get mad and join me in my mad worship of love, understand it said worship of love. It didn't say worship of man. It didn't say worship of woman. It didn't say worship of children. It didn't say worship of family. It didn't say worship of my house, my car, anything that I can see with my physical eyes. It said mad worship of love. That is yourself. We're talking about internally here, family. We're talking about internal. Okay? So when you keep going, you fall in love with love, not in love with a person. I want you to get that. Okay? All right? I want you to get that. Okay? I want you to get that, family. All right? It didn't say in love with a person. You can only love yourself. We care for people. Okay? We are loved, therefore we show that to people. Okay? But you are that particular entity. Give you an example. Give you an example of what I'm saying here. Like water. Okay? All right? Water knows it's water, okay? And because water knows it's water, it will quench your thirst. You understand? Okay? It will gladly quench your thirst. Okay? All right? So because I'm so enamored with myself, because I am so madly in love with me, okay, that I will always pour love into you. I will always, hey, Will, man, bro, I just need a hug. Man, come over here, man. Come over here, man. I got you, my brother. Matter of fact, man, I'm gonna take y'all, get you a bite to eat or something, man. You know, that's what it is. Henry Sugar. You need to go watch it. You need to go watch Henry Sugar. Okay, all right. When that boy thought it was about money, when he thought it was about $1, okay, he's making all this fucking money, billionaire, buku fucking money. Okay, but when he became madly in love with love, he started giving money away. Whoever needed it, he started building children's hospitals and children's shelters and all type of shit, man. Okay, you move different when you become madly in love with love. Okay, and not another person. That's religion. Okay, but understand, if I'm always, happy all the time, just know it ain't about you. It's about me. Okay? All right? It's not about you, man. Okay? All right? How we was in New Orleans, everybody was all happy and shit. That wasn't about them trying to prove to me that okay, they got love for me. Nah, them niggas was happy on their own. Okay, I just happened to be there to experience the shit with them. Okay, I had to stop. Listen, I had to stop this nigga drink so many times. This nigga wanted to go hop on stage and everything. Y'all better talk. Y'all better stop that. Why that liquor kick in, boy? Boy, boy, look, you understand? Hey, I'm just saying. Okay, they were happy based on themselves. Okay, because of the love for themselves. Okay, all right, and it came out with us hugging each other, man, and you know, hey man, what's up, boy, man, my nigga, man, blah blah blah, whatever. You understand? So we gotta understand when we discussing this love, okay, and what it means when I see it. You understand? When I see it. Okay, when I see it. All right. So I think I'm gonna get on out of here. I don't think I saw no more questions like that. So with that being said, family, okay, understand what's going on, man. Okay, you know, move around in the energy of that love space. Okay, move around in the energy of that love space. Okay, all right. Understand that if you can move around like this, if you can move around with understanding that, well, I can't love my children until I love myself. I can't love my family until I love myself. Now, if you truly believe that, watch how hard you work for yourself and watch how happy your family be when you come back towards them in another level of love. They could be like, this girl always trying to cook, this brother always trying to do this, he always inviting us over, this happened, man, that nigga just making everybody happy, she just making everybody happy. I'm just saying, if you move like that, okay, if you put that in yourself that I can't love them until I love me, watch how hard you work to fall in love with you. And watch how beautiful your family become. Watch how beautiful your family become based on you loving you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna leave. Well, I thought I was gonna leave you with that. How can we get over the money problem, Wolves? I know it's not for me, but worrying about having money. Okay, understand this, right? So I talked about this a while back, you know, when it comes to money and things of that nature, right? So it's not necessarily money woes in a sense, okay? So I know you got a lot of people out here peddling that they can make you a millionaire in this so-called spiritual community. You can manifest you a 75-bedroom mansion with 10 zebras in the backyard, a couple of tigers, a couple of BBL drizzies walking around that motherfucker. You know, I know niggas be saying all that kind of shit. You understand? But I want to give you this. If you one of them ones, okay? All right. If you one of them ones like myself, all right? My nigga, look, check this out. So I went through a lot of financial ups and downs based on where I came from. My whole mindset was, nigga, I'm a hustle. If I can't hustle, okay, I could die, nigga. Like, nigga, I got to look good, nigga. You understand me? I got to have the biggest watch. I got to have the jewelry. I got to be seen. You know, my era was when Cash Money first kicked out. You understand? In New Orleans, so you know how we was in New Orleans. We was on one. Okay, bling, blinging, bling, blah, all that shit. Okay, so we wanted to be seen, heard, everything. You know, the cause, you know, all type of, we had to do it. Okay, so I had to go through a breaking system. Okay, and you might be going through this as well. I had to go through a breaking system to where I had to, you know, become disconnected from this so-called physical reality in order for me to see what's real. Money was my everything. I chose money before anything. You understand? I didn't get here, you know. Boy, hey, Chuck Diesel. All right. We gonna see. But like I didn't get to where I am based on you know um certain situations. Like I got to where I am based on a disconnection. Like things was taken away from me, man. Like I put it like this. I'm at a place now to where material things is cool for me to get something. It's cool for me to get this or get that. But at the same time, because of the breaking system that I went through, I've become so disconnected from materialism, which this is ancient teachings. It talks about materialism will be the poison of you. You understand? Okay, it will be the poison of you. But just know that when we going through these ups and downs financially, and you on this journey, and you getting pissed off, and you get certain readings, and people tell you, well, the only reason why you have a money problem is because you're a bad person, or you doing this. I only know a select few people that tell people the fucking real when they're doing a fucking reading. And when the motherfucker say, hey, why my money ain't working right? Because your heart not right. That's what it is. Okay, all right. You're not ready for this shit that your divine self got lined up for you. You're not ready for it. Okay, so go ahead on, keep doing the little stuff you're doing. Okay, all right. You gonna know when your heart getting right. Okay, when the money start coming in. Okay, and the money don't change you. Okay, the money don't change you. All right, so that's the reason why some of us go through certain money wounds. Because our heart's got to be right, man. Okay, like your divine self, the true you, can't just lay $10 million in front of you. You're gonna be like, fuck that spiritual community shit. Fuck my heart. Nigga, I'm about to give me some ass, nigga. Okay, I'm about to go eat me a couple steak dinners, nigga. I'm about to take about 10 female, this one. I'm about to go take all these people out. We about to go to the club. We about to do this. We about to. Your most high self gonna throw you off a fucking bridge. Nigga be like, man, get the fuck out of here. We made a bad move. Okay, so that's a part of that shit. But that's what them niggas don't tell you, man. That's what a lot of them cats don't tell you. They just make you believe that you supposed to, because I'm God, or I'm supposed to have this. Man, this shit ain't about because you God. Okay, all right. This shit is extremely important that your heart becomes light as a feather, man. Extremely important. There is no dollar amount in existence that can match the power of your heart. Okay, understand this, and that money is an illusion, man. Okay, all right, understand that. Okay, all right, but okay, us being the two, okay, well, we actually 2, 1, and 0. Okay, we all of them, but at the same time, us being a 2, all right, that 1 is seeing what's going on, and that 1 is trying to make sure that if I give you this, you won't fuck this up. Okay, don't fuck the bag up, nigga. Don't fuck the bag up, nigga. Okay, don't be that nigga that gets some money, okay, and turn an old duck ass nigga like Steve Harvey or something. And you walk around with a big ass mustache. Don't fuck the bag up, bro. Okay, all right. We should be able to, and that's all of us. We should be able to get $100 million, and the nigga don't even know it. We should be able to get 100 fucking mil. Okay, all right, and the nigga don't even know it because you're not on Facebook, with the holding the money to your ear. Okay, you're not on Instagram. Okay, with the money on your shoulders, on your arm and shit. Okay, you're not showing the people all this. Oh, look what I got and all of that. You ain't doing none of that because that's not important. Okay, so if you see that from these so-called spiritual people, okay, then you need to run fast, nigga. The opposite way. Okay, because this is not what that's about. Okay, all right. I know a few people who solid, who got some bread and shit like that, but you'll never know it. You'll never know it, man, because they don't even look at money like that. Okay, all right. Them niggas been training for some years. Okay, so I know I probably talk too much, but Roz, that's what that is, man, because that's a serious thing that's going on in this community, that people, got y'all in a belief that if I have a certain amount of money, that means I'm spiritual. Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out. Go watch the movie Bliss, man. Go watch the movie Bliss ASAP. Selma Hayek. Okay, go watch the movie Bliss. Peace, family. Go watch the movie Bliss. Okay, if you want to understand what the fuck I'm saying about that. Okay, all right. We could all get some fucking money, man. Okay, all right, man. I had a brother ask me, and I need to shut the fuck up, family. But the family opened up the door. I had a brother ask me not too long ago, about similar to what the brother just asked. The family just asked about the money thing. So I had a brother ask me about that, and I told him something. I said, well, and this might be the first time or maybe the second time he's saying this on video. So I did a lecture about, I don't know, 7 years ago. 2016, 2017, one of them, in Birmingham. I think I was in Birmingham. I saw this white dude, man, at the train station. Okay, white dude at the train station. He was just sitting there, and it was about 30 degrees outside, man. About 30 degrees outside, and I was with a few people. And I just bought me some brand new Timbs, man, some black ones. I love my black Tim, my black Timbos. And I saw this brother, man, this white dude, man, he looked at me, and he's sitting on the ground, man. Then he wet because it's raining. So basically, he was on his last leg. He was about to check out. So he asked, he said, man, you got a couple $, man? I'm trying to buy me some socks. He had no socks on, man. So basically, he could have frozen that right there, out there at the train station, in Birmingham. And then something told me, brand new Timbs now, $180. I paid for them joints. I go in the trunk because I was on my way to get on the train to come back to New Orleans. I give him my Timbs, I give him a fresh pair of socks, and I gave him like $50 out of my pocket. And I got back in the car because we were waiting on the train. And the people who was in the car was like, well, why you did that? And one of the young ladies who was in the car, she was like, well, we're supposed to record that. I said, no, don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do this shit for people to see and all of that. Like that was done because it was done. Okay, I'm gonna read y'all something. Let me read you something real quick. And this came from I think The Secret Doctrine of Helena Blavatsky. Let me read this to you. It says, real generosity is anonymous to the extent that a man should be prepared even to be considered generous rather than explain it to others. Let me read it one more time. Real generosity is anonymous To the extent that a man should be prepared to even should be prepared even to be considered ungenerous rather than explain it to others. That's why you'll never hear that story unless I tell you, because it's not on video, it's not on this. I don't do that, man. Okay, you understand? All right, and most of you, I never even told that before. Maybe one other time or something, but other than that, I don't say nothing because it's not about that, man. Okay, like I love myself just that much to where if you hurting and I got it, you got it. I don't have to know you, man. Okay, so when niggas going live, when they giving something away, okay, they giving water and all that, they yeah, y'all look what I'm doing. It's not what that is, man. Niggas giving award shows and shit, trying to show everybody, look what I got. That's not what the fuck this is, man. Okay? Even in the streets, they used to have a code of the streets where the OGs used to say, real gangsters move in silence. Nigga. Okay? Shit, at one time, you ain't even know who the kingpins were. Now these niggas won't be flashy. Now I won't be seen. I won't do all this. I won't be famous, old dumbass shit. Okay? Shit was different at one time, man. But understand, this journey, okay, you'll never see me do nothing unless you there. Unless you where I am at that time. It'll never hit no Instagram, it'll never hit Facebook, it'll never hit nothing, man. Okay? So understand that when y'all on this walk, man. Okay? All right? Understand the first person to pick up the phone and show what they got is the motherfucker you need to get away from. And I'm talking about people on the journey. Now, I don't blame the religious people, the locals. I don't blame the locals because they taught to pick up the phone. They taught to do that. I don't blame the locals. But you on this walk, okay? Nah, man. This ain't this. Nah, no, it's not what that is. All right. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. All right. Helena Blavatsky, man. Real generosity is anonymous to the extent that a man should be prepared even to be considered ungenerous rather than explain to others. Okay? Man, Will, man, she got the rent money the other day, man. How she got that money? I don't know. And the whole time she's smiling at me because I didn't give her the money, or assistant gave her the money, or Broden gave her the money. And they ain't saying nothing because it's not about that. It's about your fucking heart, man. Okay, when she cried to you and thanked you and gave you a hug and all of that shit, all right, that was you loving you, nigga. That's the only thanks I need. It is what it is. Okay, I'm out, family. Y'all know what it is, man. Peace.